after this. Sizz, oh my god, Sizz finally agreed to play again. But we can see the Nama is going to be the blue Terran up here at the 12 o'clock position. Whelmu is going to be the purple Protoss over here at the right. And honestly, I mean, if we stop and think about it, he was behind. It was like 2 base versus 1.
Yep.
But the Protoss player lost everything except for the Void Race. And we saw Destiny come back from an even worse position than that in the first game. So that's the main reason why we were so confused, is that if you saw the game before it, it was the point where he was like 2 seconds away from losing. And he turned it around.
He was down to nothing.
Just because he had absolutely nothing, and he still pulled that game back and won, because he didn't give up. And then in the next game, when he was behind, but not in as bad of a position, he pulled all of his workers. So it's just really confusing, you know?
I do know. Yeah, that was definitely interesting. I don't even know. But regardless, Terran versus Protoss this time. So we're gonna definitely be seeing different play, courtesy of different units. Haha.
Yeah,
like
Terran versus Protoss. It's a crazy matchup right now, like we were talking about earlier.
Got a Klepto
All
Probe.
sorts of crazy stuff going on.
Wow, aggressive Klepto Probe.
Yeah, takes some minerals and then just like starts killing the supply depot.
Yeah. I still, every time I see a unit like attack a building, I just think of like Monty Python, where the guy runs up to the castle with the sword and starts like hacking on it. Like, you can't really expect that to do anything.
Sir.
But it actually does.
Lancelot?
It was Lancelot. Yeah, it was Lancelot. Yeah.
There we go. We got Nama going for the reactor expansion. This is kind of like going for the 2 racks, but just not getting the second racks.
Right.
It's like
you spend 50 gas and 50 minerals as opposed to 150 minerals.
Yeah, he just wants to get that extra reactor, get a lot more Marines up early on, be a little bit more safe, because the Protoss players are going for more aggressive things. And just saying it like that sounds so silly that I couldn't pass it up.
Nama just killed one of his own Marines.
He needed supply, man. He was supply blocked. He wanted to get another SCV out.
That's kind of cool. I've never seen somebody do that before.
He's got a reactor on the way. He can replace that Marine.
Note to self, do not be a Marine in Nama's army.
It's not like Beast Cuties Banshees or anything.
It's the exact opposite.
I need 1 supply.
Instead of caring about your units, they're like so expendable you'll kill them yourself.
Now the question is Nama like the dictator who's like caring about his image and he falsely accuses him of treason, or does he just like straight up shoot him for like the fear factor?
Yeah. Well, you know, fear is keep your units in line with some fear.
Well, he made the other Marines do it. That's like, wow.
That's right. Kill your best friend. What?
So I think it was like false accusation of treason. I think that's how he got it.
Yeah.
That Marine. Maybe he was a traitor. I mean, I could be maligning him.
Maybe. I don't know.
But look at this warp prism, Squiggles.
Oh, we have a... Wait, where?
In Nama's base.
Oh, baby, that's a lot of units. Hey, speaking of super hyper aggressive,
yeah,
here we go.
Oh, he's trying to focus down the warp prism, but he didn't stop the warp-ins. So now he's just going to take it out to prevent any more. He killed a lot of workers there.
Yeah, he really did. Totally worth it.
That's
Look at
17
supply
workers.
to 37. And actually, these stalkers could maybe still... well, he's not actually... He's really just focusing down workers. He doesn't even care about trying to kill Nama's stuff. And Whelmu going to get a great scout of everything that's happening. Going to play ring around the double command centers. And just
shoot
really
something. Yeah.
Man, he just wrecked him. Look at that. I mean, there's 17 workers killed already.
Let's look at the worker
workers
count.
Totals to 28 versus 14. Whelmu with double the workers right now.
14?
What?
I see a 12.
I did Shift A.
Oh, okay. I looked at the Harvesters tab.
Oh, that was your mistake.
Well, mules... See, the problem is mules, they're like 3 workers. So both those numbers are wrong.
It's
But the
true.
mules are about to die, so...
Yeah.
Hey! Now
Hey, look,
it's
another warp prism.
16 versus 28. Oh my
Another
god.
warp prism,
He's doing
and
another
Zealot's
warp
already
prism?
loaded, doing it again. It worked so well the first time, why not? Why not? All right, we have Marines split everywhere for Nama. He will be able to see this. Is he going to be able to hold it? Here he goes.
It seems like
Zealots
he has
loading.
less units this time. He's got to try and get this warp prism before he can warp in, but the Zealots chase him
Nope.
away. There's no stalkers this time, though.
No, there isn't any stalkers.
But look at that. Nama's not mining right now because of it. He's going to siege up before he gets back to mining. So even though he didn't really kill anything, walk
Wow, that's actually really cool.
Walk that Zealot
Yeah.
into the mineral line, make him shoot it with his siege tanks. That would have actually killed.
Wellmu managed to do quite a lot of economic damage as far as loss of mining time just by sacrificing one Zealot, pulled everybody else back. So that was pretty cool.
But Wellmu has not been making probes this entire time because he's making a Nexus. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, he was throwing a lot of that into the units directly, so
Right.
he had
But
been
he
cutting
definitely
the
got
probes.
the economic damage he was looking for.
But then he continued to cut to try and get that Nexus out. The problem is that if you look at this, Nama's had this orbital command the entire time.
Yeah.
So he's been using that to regenerate workers really quickly. Even used it to throw down a hat on the supply depot because he needed it. He was
Yeah,
falling
he's
slightly
already
behind.
caught up in SCVs. It's 27 SCVs versus 30 probes.
And now the Immortal's coming forward, trying to do some harassment. This is the proper thing. It's like Immortal drops are bad against workers. It takes like 3 Immortal shots to kill one worker.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
They're
So
good against like supply depots and other buildings. And
you
things,
can
so they
take
build
out
buildings
add-ons, supply depots, catch a tank.
Yep,
You can drop the Immortal in the mineral line so the tank shoots the workers.
That's kind of awesome.
It works, dude. They've got hardened
no.
shields.
Yep.
I mean, that it doesn't. You don't get the opportunity very often, but in this particular instance, if he manages to get in there at that angle, why not?
Okay, so we have a couple of Vikings coming out now for Nama, who is trying his best to just put this harass behind him so we can actually move out. Because really, this is really cool by a well move, because regardless of what's going on now, Nama can't actually attack. He has all of his units spread out in a line so that he can defend against these drops. We saw how much damage the first drop did, so Wellmu can pretty much do whatever he freaking wants right now.
He's also been double muling his main for quite a long time, and that is going to lead to some issues in the longer term if he cannot get this expansion down to his natural. So he's shifting his tanks over towards this area of his base. He really wants to use these tanks to secure that expansion, but he's seen the Immortals flying around in the Warp Prism, so he's a little bit tentative about it. He knows that it's not just the tanks. He needs to have the Marine support as well, but as soon as the Marines leave, we can have
now
some
he
more...
has Vikings. Now he has Vikings,
okay.
so he can actually use his Marines.
Ah, the Viking caught it. Now the 2 Immortals are going to unload, but this Warp Prism cannot hold. He's going to take out a tank. But that's a Warp Prism and 2...
How fast those tanks died.
I don't know. That's a tough
madness.
call. Because that's 2 Immortals and the Warp Prism for 2 tanks.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the worker count. Looks at the economy. Momu is a bit ahead in the economy. But look at this remaining army right now. Without those Immortals, it's actually much, much weaker.
Yeah.
Whereas Nama has more tanks.
Wellmu has 46 supply in army versus the 30 supply from Nama. So he's still ahead in supply, but unit composition maybe not so much.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't really need those Immortals too much.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing they're really going to be going up against is the tanks. There's not many bunkers here. There's no Marauders. So I can kind of understand that. It's a close call, so by the fact that we have to stop and think about it means it's pretty close to even.
Oh,
so it wasn't
Stim is actually just now going down.
Oh, what? He doesn't have Stim?
No, he doesn't have
I just
Stim.
assumed he had it at this point because
Right.
we're 14 minutes into the game.
Right, exactly. No, Stim is about halfway done right now. And he's getting Cloaking Field, so going for some delayed Banshees.
2-port Banshee.
That's
There's
a kind of cool transition.
Second starport on the way. Where's the Observer? The
Not
Observer
there.
is dead, Squiggles.
There. Oh yeah, looking at the units tab. No Observer at all.
He killed the Observer and is switching into 2-port Cloak Banshee.
So this could definitely work.
This is dirty, but I like it. This is a nice switch by Nama. This could do a lot
nice
of damage.
Yep.
And if he got a Raven out, that would make it even better. Because then maybe
yeah.
get the detection, bring a Viking along, try and snipe a replacement observer. Then get some energy out, get a point defense drone down. It could lead to some really nasty shenanigans later on, but looks like he's just going to straight up crank out these Banshees. Cloak is just about to finish.
Oh man, this is going to be
Stim
so
is
cool.
done now as well. But Whelmu's going for the third base.
Yep.
Gets scouted out by this SCV.
He has a nice death ball starting, but he doesn't have any detection. And he's just stockpiling these Banshees. I think he's going to wait for like at least 4.
If he gets enough Banshees out here, there's still no observer. He could actually kill the robotics facility.
Yeah.
Oh, that robotics facility is in the power field of 1 pylon. He could unpower it straight up.
Not to mention all those additional 5 gateways that just got thrown down. There's like 2 pylons there.
Holy crap, that's an
Oh, he is getting a Raven. Here we go. Banshee's on the way. Oh,
yeah,
looks like
coming in with just the 3's gonna move in.
There's a 4th one. 4th one moving in right now, and here comes the Protoss army taking that something like a watchtower. Banshees.
Now, can he go after the robotics facility? Can he unpower it? I mean, as soon as he got here, he's going for the robotics facility. I think he's gonna kill it. It's gonna be really close. He has to chrono boost it again. He just did. It's gonna be a nail biter. 5. Oh!
Wow.
That was
actually. I think that's the game.
He's got no detection. He needs to get a cannon down. He has a forge.
He's not even cloaking. He doesn't need to right now. Oh wow.
He has a forge.
Wow.
He can get a cannon down at his natural and at his third base. Maybe save some of this stuff. Get cannon down on these gateways. Hey, that and anything.
That's sick.
Oh my god. And look at this. He thinks he can blink in. Oh, there's the cloak. Oh. And he never started any cannons. There's one cannon. Second one now as well. But if he could unpower the gateways. Oh, he's going after the forge now. He might be able to stop the armor upgrade.
He's going to get the armor upgrade too.
Oh my god, Squiggles.
These Banshees are doing so much damage.
Well, how much damage are they doing?
So much.
This is ridiculous.
No. Cracking, getting really high. I don't even care. That's insane.
He really needed to try to get a cannon up in the main base, because if all of these buildings go down, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Right.
Like that's all his production.
He's going to try to kill some of Nama's production. The only thing he could possibly do. Here we go.
Does he have a point defense drone? Oh, he gets it down right before the Raven dies.
The Banshees are here, so all of these Colossus are going to die.
Wow. That went really well for Nama. And the Banshees are just now running out of energy as well.
Observer.
There's
Observer out. Oh, there's some lag. There we go. Good. And 2 of them get away. Wow. Wow. Railcoon.
That wasn't as bad for Whelmu as it could have been. Like, if you look at it.
No, he actually defended fairly well considering he was totally caught with his pants around
his ankles. He's got his third base up. 4th one's on the way. He didn't lose any of his gateways.
Here comes all the SCVs now. Nama pulling everything, going for the kill right here.
He didn't lose any of his tech either, so...
Here we go. Nama, if this doesn't work, if this works, he wins. If it doesn't work, he loses. Here we go.
He's going after the Colossus with the Vikings. Marines and Marauders stepping forward, trying to get those as well. Now the tanks, the Banshees, and everything are going after the Stalkers. They're all by themselves. It looks like it's going to work. That's just not enough units for Whelmu. But once again, taking out the army here, he has to get the production as well. Last time he spent a lot of time killing pylons. Whelmu pulling a lot of units, warped in a lot of zealots. He's got the probes out on the line as well, and he's killing a lot. He might be able to just barely hold. Okay, no, never mind. That's a lot of reinforcements. Yep. Yeah. I gotta make it sound exciting, Squiggles.
He still had some money saved up, and you know, there's mules. So he didn't pull all of his workers. He still has 18, so able to still do some. And wow, this is just. These games today have just been crazy good.
Yeah. They've been really, really close. It looks like Nama with a nice timing there. realizing that, you know, he had the opportunity to just attack.
What? Wellmu actually going to clean up?
And
Part of the
I
attack?
don't know. Again, all these gateways are up. I think he should honestly have just pushed in the main, taken out the gateways. If that happens, you basically win.
Just take out the pylons.
Well, it's
Take
not
out
that
two
hard to
pylons, you're gonna
rebuild
power,
the
like,
pylons,
5
you
gateways.
know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you take out the pylons first.
I think the problem is he doesn't know about all the extra bases. He does now.
Right. He's going to come down here and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, I actually saw this a while ago. I just checked his vision, he saw it warping in, so he did know about these bases.
Just going to focus down.
So I don't know, when you know that your opponent has like 2 more bases than you, even after you killed one of them, what you should probably be doing is going after the production, not trying to take out Nexus.
Like, Nama is just barely ahead in supply. Not they're exactly even, but like a lot of it's workers for Wellmu. He has 37 versus 17, so just doesn't have a military.
8 gateways. Like, he's just
he doesn't
able
have a
to.
military. Like,
all you have to do is pull probes, warp in 8 units at a time. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Wellmu's entire army right there, and he can't even touch Nama's units. They just load up. Oh, a couple of stalkers. There's the blink. Nice job using those cliffs to avoid dying, because if that medevac would have died with 3 Marauders, that would have been terrible.
The main command center is actually lifted over to the third
stalkers
base.
Actually warping in from Wellmu. Going to see if he can get up next to the Zelnaga and maybe snipe some stuff, but nope. Everything's going to get unloaded. And now Nama, floating over his main command center to the third, is going to attempt... Oh, we have more Banshees on the way.
Army supply is tilting back in favor of Nama there. It looks like Wellmu was going to take this back, but he lost that third base, which is really crucial. If he could have kept that alive, then it would have really helped him with the 8 gateways, because right now he can't support all these gateways.
Banshee is such a good choice to transition into or back into, because the majority of the army is zealots. There's 11 zealots, 2 stalkers, and 7 sentries. But I mean, geez, it's mainly zealots.
And especially in these later game situations where you're really trying to outmaneuver your opponent, these cloak banshees are really, really good at that. Helps them be a lot more cost effective with everything else, even if the banshees get caught.
So, and here we go, Banshee coming in.
Flew right over that pylon. But there we go, nice cloak, and then fly away. Now all these units are kind of out of position. And there's a really big army from Nama coming in.
Yeah. Just Banshees everywhere for Nama, doing a great job, because, I mean, the Protoss can't be everywhere at once, and if he splits up his army, he'll get rolled by the bio, so...
It looks like he is going to turn and fight. There goes the Guardian Shields for Wellmu. Force Fields to keep Nama from running away, but I don't think he needs to run away, Squiggles.
No, I don't think so either. He's
he needed to chop that army in half, not try and cut off the reinforcements. Okay, yeah, he does barely take that fight. Let's look at the upgrades.
Now, look at this, so many Banshees on the way, and Marines, and I mean, all
that was still a good trade for Nama, though, so he didn't need to run away there like I thought.
Look at the warp gates.
Yeah. Nothing's powered now. Those Banshees. Those Banshees are ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep. Just making Banshees, Marines, and Marauders.
He's backdooring his base. He's like, I'm going to fight you over here and then backdoor your towers.
Oh, nice job picking off units at the third. He's in range, like, but he just can't. Oh, he's going to keep the Banshee alive. 5 kills. But he was in range with the photon cannon's detection, but it didn't even matter. Like, it just, just hold positioning. More Banshees coming in the main now. Going to be picking off the cybernetics core, and if he gets that, oh boy, it's going to be pretty much over.
Yeah, that's a nice target to be going after.
Now he's just going to fly away.
He does know that there is an observer on the field somewhere, so he doesn't want to get caught.
That's so many Banshees coming in with the rest of the army. And I don't think Wellmu actually has an answer for it this time. What an amazing hard-fought game. Back and forth and back again.
That's been our, like, last 4 games. They've been so ridiculous.
It's been crazy.
But it looks like Nama is going to overpower Wellmu. It looks like Nama might have made a crucial mistake. But he was able to pull things together, do enough economic damage to Wellmu to cripple him. That switch back into Banshees again helped him out a lot. Some good decision-making from Nama. Wellmu really just had a hard time getting pulled across the map by Nama. So many split attacks. His microing, multitasking very well. Looks like Nama is going to take that advantage, and
Yeah.
that means
all the
Grubby's
pros,
still
the
sitting on
final
a
fight.
3-0 advantage right now
Yeah.
for the longest win streak. There's the GG from Wellmu, so Nama's going to take over the King of the Hill spot. That was an awesome game.
That was amazing.
And you know who we have next? Do you know who we have next?
No.
We have Sizz coming up
Oh,
next.
Jesus.
The Portuguese Zerg who went 13-0 that other time on our King of the Hill.
Yep.
So, yeah. We're going to get that set up,
Etched into my brain.
run a couple commercials, and then we'll be right back with Nama versus Sizz. There are only 3 more players left, so Nama can take over the longest streak if he wins everything, but he has to go through Sizz, Lowly, and Hasuabs to do it. Well, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Alright. I'm going to take a bio break. BRB. Really soon. In a bit, yeah. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
From front. Alright, so we're down to the last couple games here. We're going to get started between Nama and Lowly. Apparently Lowly and Sizz switched because Sizz is eating.
Ah, alright.
We're going to get started here in just a second. Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Rokuna and Squiggles here for FXOpen Esports. We're continuing our coverage here of the FXOpen International King of the Hill. This is game number 13. Nama just taking down, I'm failing. Who was that? Wellmu. In the last game on Metalopolis. Sorry, I'm tired.
Epically epic. Well, dude, the last like 4 games have been like insane. So I understand.
Yeah, so we do have Nama as the blue Terran down here on the bottom left-hand corner. Lowly's going to be the yellow Zerg in the top left. We've got a Terran versus Zerg. Haven't seen that in a while.
Not too much, yeah. Not too much today, anyway.
Haven't seen this matchup a whole lot. Seen a lot of Terran versus Protoss. I've been seeing that matchup everywhere, honestly. It's pretty crazy.
Terran versus Protoss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere seems to be just Terran versus Protoss. We are on Tal'Darim Altar. I don't know if we said that.
It's true, we are. And we're on the one without
Lowly's going
without
for
the
a really early drone scout. It's interesting. A lot of players really like to delay their drone scouting, just for those minerals.
Yeah.
He sent that
One
out.
worker at the beginning of the game is quite a lot of minerals.
He sent
actually,
that out
over
before
the
his
game.
hatchery, even. So,
Huh.
I guess he really wants to make sure that Nama's not doing anything too crazy against him.
Well, it's going to be even worse because he's actually scouting in the wrong direction, so he's going to scout him dead last.
Well, the Overlord's going to get there. So he's going to check the bottom right-hand corner, probably send the drone home then, and then see if he can get in with the Overlord.
Or he could just take a ninja expand. Like at the bottom 5.
I don't think that's very likely.
I don't think so either. But no one would ever scout it.
But if they scout it the wrong way, then they found
But
it.
he didn't. He's already seen that he scouted him. Just saying. But you're right. It looks like actually he's not going to send him home. He's going to go do some scouting, or
Okay.
or maybe just. Oh, I thought he was going to stay at the watchtower. Then I realized it lagged for a sec.
Oh, Overlord getting chased away. Poor Lowly. It will be able to get away before dying, though. And now the drone is
One
on the
marine
way.
and a bunker.
In the base, he's going to see if he can steal the gas, it looks like. Nama is going for the reactor, and he's going to scout that, so he knows it is going to be a fast expansion from Nama. He's not going for the gas because of it, because taking the gas right now really wouldn't do anything.
No, Nama doesn't want the gas, so
Yeah.
taking it would be like, eh.
Normally you do that to like limit your opponent's options if you get there fast enough. You don't want them going for like 2-port Banshee or something silly like that, really gas intensive. But when you see a build like this, then it's not an issue because you know what he's doing. He's not going to take that gas for a while anyway, so it's not really going to delay him all that much. At the same time,
Nama headhunting down this Overlord.
Nama tried to get a bunker down at Lowly's natural, but Queen and Drone managed to defend it, but that Overlord
Does go down, and there's the supply block, and another Overlord just now being made, so actually going to be supply blocked for a while.
Yeah, it's always quite painful. But there's a Roach Horn on the way, Squiggles.
Yes, there is,
Does he have
and
Zergling's
there's
speed?
Zerglings
No.
attacking as well. Managed to delay that command center a little bit, and the bunker.
There's no
And yeah,
Zergling's
it's going to
speed
be
yet, so
it's going to be Reactor Hellion, and another reactor going down on the barracks actually. So Roaches could do well here.
yeah, I think he's just doing the Roaches to defend against that because he did see that the factory was building while the reactor was on the barracks. Hang on,
Yeah, he definitely is doing that. But we do have the command center just finishing up for Nama, and Lowly looks like he is splitting his larva between building roaches and building drones, 4 of each in production right now. Also a couple of creep tumors, which don't really cost anything once you pay the initial energy to get them down. So good job there. Going to be starting to spread that creepy gooey stuff all over the map, increasing speed as well as line of sight. Yes, indeed. But we do have Hellions on the field now for Nama. Going to be getting some map control, killing some Zerglings. Roasty toasty. There he goes.
He's going to walk right into the
Roaches. A whole
Roaches.
bunch of one-shotting both of those.
Wow.
Craziness. And now he's going to have to worry about defense. Yeah, you can see a second bunker being thrown down instantly, and all of these SCVs are going to be crowding around this bunker, and he just needs to hold down in Super Saiyan hold mode because he really doesn't have anything to defend. He has.
Whoa, I'm surprised he's actually moving in here. I didn't think he was going to commit to it because he doesn't even have Zergling speed at the moment. I thought he was just trying to make him think that he was going to commit and then like pull SCVs and stuff, but
He is focusing down SCVs, killing one at a time, so he is doing a decent amount of economic damage. But actually, I kind of think that was worth it.
yeah, it did better than I thought it would.
Especially if he gets up into the main and actually scouts everything, that'd be amazing. Down they finally go. Wow.
That was
Nice
pretty
to
good.
Yeah,
I thought
killed
it wasn't
9
going
workers.
to do quite that much, and I didn't even think he was going to commit to it. I thought it was just a fake to get him to pull the workers. But if you look at the workers killed, if we'll open, there we go. He killed 9 workers there for 6 or 7 roaches.
So it is 49 to 28 as far as workers go. But 26 supply versus 11. And we do have drops incoming.
Oh, but the queen.
Oh,
He
the
saw
queen
this.
being so good. Now we have 3 queens. Wow. PMS patrol here just running back.
Really?
Totally shut down this medevac.
You went there.
Don't hate. It's
I
fine.
can't believe. Wow.
Oh, a couple of Hellions going to get trapped in the middle of the map and taken out by these super speedy Zerglings.
Yeah, at the same time,
Here
this
comes the drop at the main and the natural. Nice. Oh, and the drones actually funneling perfectly for the Hellions. And these Marines in the main are doing a ton of damage. Wow.
Yeah, this dual-pronged attack here by Nama is doing a ridiculous amount of damage to Nama right now. Or to
You still
Lowly.
can't
Shut
trust
up.
that.
I know. I'm tired. I'm trying not to yawn actively right now, but the Hellions are going to get chased away again. The Marines did get chased out. They're back in their medevac. So he has finally cleaned this up. The worker kill count is up to 19 now. That did really well. Worker count is 38 to 44. Still in favor of Lowly.
Yep.
But he's going to get a queen here, Squiggles.
Definitely could. No,
Oh!
there's a transfuse. Money transfuse coming down. And, oh, does get one queen, but the medevac, is it going to go down? It does go down. The couple of Marines who refused to fight inside of it. How did that work out for you, Marines? Not too well, I think.
Well, they tried to jump back in the medevac and actually got it killed because of that.
Yeah. We do have dual upgrades coming out for Lowly now. Has both Carapace and Melee on the way. And his infestation pit just finished. So, is he going to go for some infestors maybe, possibly? I don't know. He has enough for pathogen glands. Is he going to get it? Is he?
I hope he's not going straight to Hive. That would be kind of silly. Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, pathogen glands is starting to research. So in about 30 seconds-ish game time, we'll see some infestors being built.
Yeah, and he's got a decent amount of gas for that as well. He's going to be able to make at least 6, it looks like, by the time he gets that research to the time that he needs it. So he's been going for that Zergling Infestor. It's going to buy a lot of time for him to get that third base up. Don't see a third command center just yet from Nama. He is making another factory, so it looks like he's switching over into Marine Tank. Still making these medevacs from the starport as well, so...
Yeah.
I haven't seen... Oh, yeah, never mind. I lied. I've just been... I've seen too many Koreans recently who've been doing just mass Hellions. So it threw me off for a second, because I'm like, wait, he's actually doing something standard? And it made me think that it was actually something unusual, and I was like, no, wait, this is actually like the standard build. I've just been watching the crazy Koreans too much.
Well, if you actually keep your Hellions alive and then do a Marine Tank follow-up with your Hellions, it's like pretty scary good.
Yeah. It's
like
the point
if you
where
keep
they're...
your Hellions alive. Yeah, but he did. He did a good job of keeping them alive.
This is the point where I'm like afraid that Blizzard's going to make Hellions again.
Nope, he's running away. No fungals yet. Wait, infestors, you'll have your chance.
He's chasing those away, and that's giving him a lot of space in the center of the map. It
Well, he
looks like...
controls the entire middle, has every single Zalmaga watchtower.
Yeah, and if Nama does decide to push, he'll have a lot of warning, he'll have a lot of time to back off, maybe throw down a couple fungals to delay it as much as possible as well.
Yeah.
So you can see he's just droning up really hard right now. He's not committing to this attack, just trying to regain complete control of the center while he spreads creep, and buys himself a decent amount of time. Third command center has started for Nama at the same time. He's going to try and get that down. And there's the Hive from Lowly. So he's working on those 2-2 upgrades. Going to move up to the Hive. I would assume
And
Broodlords, but he hasn't started
I was
the
going to
Spire.
say, what do you think? Broodlords or... Could be Ultras. I don't know. The upgrades work on both, so...
Going straight to Ultras generally is not as effective. It can work, but most of the time it does better to start with the Broodlords.
Right.
Because, like, there's no Vikings out right now. There's always a chance that you can catch them without those Vikings.
It's true. We do have Banshees, though, and Cloaker's on the way. Nama loves his delayed Banshees, tell you what.
Oh, those Infestors getting too close to the missile turret on the high ground. Taking a lot of tank shots. Now the Zergling's getting lured into the tank and Hellion line because of the Infestors getting shelled. So that
killed 2 tanks, but lost a lot of units. And yeah, these Infestors actually got hurt quite a bit. Oh, we could see a money fungal.
You'd have to pop up the fungal, though.
I know, but they're all clumped. Just pops up one of them, and then... Oh, is it gonna... Nope.
He's on rally points right now. He's going over towards the third base.
Yes, he is, and there is no detection there at all. So we have the Commando...
Well, there's
Commando
2
Infestors.
Zerglings under there, so he's going to have to get some detection anyways. Like, this could wind up hurting him, because this is going to scan to kill the Zerglings, and then he's going to see the Infestors. Look. Watch.
Yep.
Oop.
We have a
Camera
little
derp.
drop from Nama coming in. Gonna kill some Zerglings and probably force a cancel on this hatchery.
That is a lot of infested Terrans.
Oh, wow. And they're not even attacking the command center, which they could. That's a lot more infested Terrans. Wow. And he's gonna, I think he's gonna kill this command center.
Hatchery. Oh my god. 40 health on that hatchery.
Command center. Command center. It
Yeah.
could go all the... No, he's gonna save it. Look at this. Hero SCV again, just ignoring it, saying that dying is better. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That was crazy, though.
I was having flashbacks to that game on dual site.
I know.
You let the command center die for no reason.
Workers literally running right past it. Oh,
terrible.
another drop gets shut down by a combination of some nice fungals and a whole bunch of infested Terrans. So as Lowly gets more and more infestors all over the map, I think it's just going to get kind of more and more out of control.
Yeah, it's going to become really tough for Nama. He's going for the Banshees again. He's been kind of mixing them in. He's made a couple so far. I don't know if he has Cloak. Does he have Cloak? I don't think he has Cloak.
I think so.
Does he have Cloak?
I saw it. I didn't see him cancel.
He does have Cloak. Okay, yeah.
Check. Yeah.
I'm on the edge here. I'm trying very hard not to fall asleep.
It's okay. It's okay. Have you tried slapping yourself repeatedly in the face?
No.
It may not work, but it has some good comedy value for all of us.
Well, he can't see it, so it's not quite the same.
You gotta have your microphone close to your face when you do it. Oh, these Hellions doing actually amazing amounts of damage to the Zerglings, but the Zerglings could back off once they see stemmed Marines coming to the rescue. Now the upgrade advantage definitely has to go to Lowly at this point. He's getting 3-3 going right now, and oh jeez,
He's getting the
Adrenal
ventral
glands
sacs as well.
Yeah.
Going for the drop upgrades. Probably going to see the Baneling
Pretty
nest.
scary. Oh, we have the
combination.
five infestor. It's Destiny +1. Group of infestors just chilling at the third. Go in there and do some shenanigans. But you know, there is a missile turret, and there is a planetary fortress. So Nama may be able to handle it. But the problem is, if you sneak around the side and then like throw them down behind the minerals, they can't actually be hit by the planetary fortress. You can just hold position on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So would you say that that's shenaniganery?
And that is shenaniganry worthy. Yes, yes indeed.
It's a fun word.
I love shenanigans, man. Especially when Farva says it, because then he gets pistol whipped after.
That one caught me by surprise.
I'm glad I can make you laugh. So, I mean, it looks like Nama is trying to do drops up here at the 2 o'clock. But there's just so much stuff. Look at this, just spine crawlers everywhere. Of course, no actual spore crawlers.
There's one, but it's
Wait,
not in position to actually defend against that Banshee. And now the Marines are coming in.
Yeah,
That's a lot of Zerglings, though. Cleaning up these Marines, because they do have really good upgrades. Spore crawler does finally finish. Probably needs to get another one of those down.
Maybe should. Looks like he does have another one building, although it could be out of position as well. So this Banshee's just going to chill for a little bit, probably on hold position, and just see what kind of damage he can get done. Actually building a third spore crawler there as well. But, yeah, man, these infestors just chilling still down there. I just want to keep an eye on them. And that's a lot of overlords in a clump that could, at the 9 o'clock, that could just be used for a drop. Oh, as I say it, a whole bunch of roaches and zerglings zip over.
Oh, he is going for the ultras. Interesting.
Eh.
You don't see this very often, just because
No.
ultras are just...
You think he's going to wait for the ultras and then drop, or no? He's just going to go for a drop. He has 5 overlords loaded up. Going to be moving on over into the main, it looks like, and there's only the 1 missile turret, so he should be able to drop and get quite a bit done here.
Honestly, he probably should wait, just a couple of
actually,
roaches.
he's going to lose one of them for nothing, and then he's going to drop. But
he's going to attack the third base at the same time with all those infestors throwing down massive numbers of infested Terrans.
That's so many
Oh my god, he lost 3 of the infestors.
They're trying so hard to repair.
Master Pair is so good.
He's focusing down all the SCVs, and the planetary goes down to more infested Terrans than I have really ever seen before. But he did lose, I think, all of the infestors during that. All but
Two of them got away, and the
All but
drop
two.
in the main is getting cleaned up slowly by Nama. Did
Slowly.
do a decent amount of damage. The Banshee in the air helping out with the Vikings and the Marines. You can see that Nama went for some blind Vikings at this point, expecting the Broodlords, and it is going to be the Ultralisks instead. The two infestors that got alive have moved around to the 9 o'clock base, waiting to see if they can do the hit
so
squad
many
down there.
But these siege tank lines are actually spread nicely. Here comes more infestors, just chilling right by the missile turret.
Nama's got no minerals. He's got a ton of gas, but no minerals, and oh my god, my mouse weight just fell off my desk.
These these Ultralisks are just doing an amazing amount of damage, and look at that, splashing on all of those Marines, but somehow Nama manages to hold. But look at the supply count. It is 189
There's 11
versus 91.
There are 11 Ultralisks building right now.
That's crazy, and actually getting +1 ranged because melee is already maxed.
Yeah.
So, oh, geez. So many Ultras about to be incoming. And I would love to see all the Ultras run over to these Overlords and get like an 11 Ultra drop.
He needs to mule the crap out of that 6 o'clock base. He has energy on his orbitals. He needs the minerals. He could be throwing those into ghosts for some snipes. I don't know why he's not doing it. I mean, there are these infestors up here, which are a problem.
Banshee scouts 4 Ultras, and he's like, huh, interesting.
All the Ultralisks just popped out. Oh my god. There's
Ultras, look at this. They have
Ultras.
6 armor. That's kind of insane. Like, they have fully upgraded Ultras, just a horde of them. This definitely constitutes a horde. Just swarming across the map. And, yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what you can have with 92 supply worth of army that can possibly hold this.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be really tough, especially since he doesn't have the 3-3. No Marauders out on the field as well. There's the GG. So Loli is going to take down Nama. Nama's not going to be able to take the longest win streak, but Loli can tie for it or even win it because the last man standing is the best of 3 now.
Yep.
So, give it a second. Next player should be Sizz. Be another Zerg versus Zerg. I need to grab some more caffeine because
I think you do.
Oof. And then we're gonna run some commercials and be right back.
You can do it, buddy. Did you not sleep last night? Or?
No, it's easier for me not to because of the time of the King of the Hill tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
If I try to sleep, it just gets all screwed up. But I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, I left it on that screen for a while. I was getting caffeine. We'll fix that real quick. Looks like we are waiting 1 second on Loli, as he did need 1 moment before we get started. So it is Loli, and then, well, Sizz, and then Hasuabs. Loli has 1 win. If we can take out both of them and 2-0 Hasuabs, then he can dethrone Grubby for the longest streak. And he'd be the last man standing and walk away with all the money.
Yep.
So we'll see if he can do it. If either of them win, then that will mean that at the very least, Grubby will be tied for it. Possibly taking it outright. So we'll see as we get there. As we get there. And Lowly could still, or Sizz could still win this, and then tie for it if he 2-0s Hasuabs. So things are getting into the ridiculous point of all the different possibilities. I'm going to fix the colors, and then we'll go right into it.
It's Daybreak. You don't need to fix... No, never mind. It's dual side. Ha. Corrected
I'm
myself.
right on the scoreboard.
Ah.
Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Rokun and Squiggles here for FXOpen Esports. I've got more caffeine, so hopefully I can make it here until the end. And we are on game number 14? Yeah.
I think so. Oh, yep.
This is game number 14 here of the International King of the Hill. We are now between Sizz and Lowly. Lowly just took out Nama, who just ended the hopes of Wellmu. And there were a lot of one-game streakers in there, so we're going to see if any of these people can challenge Grubby's 3-0 win streak. That's how good of a King of the Hill we're having today. Longest streak is 3-0 at the moment. But Zerg vs. Zerg dual site should be very interesting. This map is going to be... I don't know, it's tough, because you got this ramp to hold if you go for a Roach expansion, but this natural...
Yeah.
This natural is ridiculous to hold against Zerg Baneling. So I would think that this would be another map that would go into Zergling Baneling, just because the layout of the natural.
You're right. It's ridiculously wide open, and I mean, there's even like visual barriers around the place, so it's just it can get pretty hectic pretty fast.
It's Blast. Frequency had it as ES on the thread, so I thought it changed again. It's been Blast Sizz since we had him on the first King of the Hill that we had him.
Yeah, exactly.
That was right when he joined Blast. And it's been a while, so I thought maybe, because Frequency typed it as something else in the thread. And I generally go by that. But, yeah. I refreshed it, and it says Blast now, so he's trolling me again. He trolls me a lot during these events. But, oh no. Lowly. Lowly. How did he lose? Oh, he Extractor tricked this late.
Yeah. You thought he lost an Overlord?
I thought he lost an Overlord. Then I was like, wait, there's no Queens yet.
No, Sizz's Overlord is a little bit sooner, but...
I guess he missed the Overlord and Extractor trick just to get an extra drone out while he was waiting for the Overlord.
Sizz going straight for roaches.
Yeah, and if you do this, you can get the roaches out, like, hold your ramp, play defensive, and then do, like, the roach expansion type thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit safer than just going 15 hatch. But it does require some good micro, making sure you never expose your ramp to the Zergling Baneling run by. And I gotta sneeze again.
Okay, well Lowly is still has guys on gas, looks like just now pulling him off. And is he going for an expansion? It looks like he is. So Lowly is going to be the defensive player, Sizz is going to be the aggressive player. Lowly not really with any tech right now, just getting his Zergling speed. And we have roaches already out-ish, on the way-ish. Come on. I just need to delay for a little bit, and then that would have been
I don't know. I think he's probably going to go for his own expansion with this
so
roach opening.
Yeah.
And yeah, because when you see that roach opening, it's usually a roach expansion.
Now we have roaches on the way.
Since Lowly went straight for his hatchery, he's able to throw that down safely.
Yep.
And then Lowly got one Zergling in, so he saw that and is now making his own roach warren. So we're actually going to have a game that skips the Zergling versus Zergling Baneling mirror, which is actually rather uncommon these days.
Never happens, yeah.
It happens on certain maps, like Crevasse.
But like you said, it's uncommon.
Yeah.
It's uncommon. Like, if I had to just, like, spurt out, regardless of the map, just, what do you think is what's going to happen? It's going to be Zergling Baneling into Roach Infestor. That's, like, standard. So,
Yeah, it's just the thing is that on some of the bigger maps where you can expand safely, a lot of times when both players expand, they then go on to Zergling Baneling, even if it's a huge map like Crevasse.
Yeah.
Just because it's tough to go for the 15 hatch straight into Roches. It's rather risky unless you're lowly and you see exactly what your opponent's doing and realize that it's safe.
Right. Looks like double Evo chambers coming out for Sizz now. And getting his lair started.
Yeah, this is what happens when both players go straight for the Roches. It kind of becomes a tech war. Who can get up to that lair tech a little bit sooner is going to have an advantage. He's going for the double evolution chamber as well, so his +1 timing is going to be a little bit slower. But then he's going to have the 1-1 timing for a little while.
Yeah.
And probably the roach speed advantage there for a little bit of that time as well. So we'll see if Sizz actually goes for an attack during then. Timing attacks in Zerg vs. Zerg, they're not really like, look at my clock, it's 9 minutes 30 seconds, there's probably an attack coming. It's more of a reactionary thing of, oh, I think I could probably throw an attack at him right now. So you see a lot of scouting going on. Players are sending their Zerglings back and forth, trying to get into each other's bases and see what's going on, just so they can be prepared for that kind of thing.
Sizz needs to block his ramp. Not going to do it. So lots of lings for Lowly up here. Just going to run in, try to cause some shenanigans. Getting a few workers, actually. It's pretty good before they get taken out. Also scouting everything. He is going to scout the double Evo chamber. And that is going to allow him to know what's going on. What?
That is a lot of roaches from Lowly.
A lot. Yeah. Also
That's
a lot of lings.
11 roaches with 20 Zerglings backing it up, and this is going to hit the +1 pretty well.
Yeah, it's going to hit before any of the upgrades are done for Sizz.
And there's not that many roaches out either, because if you look at the worker count, he was actually trying to power a couple workers out there. Drones having to come off the line to defend Queen as well. He can just hold on here for a few more roaches, but it looks like Lowly's going to overwhelm him. There's the GG. Good job by Lowly.
He saw the double Evo chambers and said, you know what, I bet I can go right now. And he did, and won.
That's, one of those reactionary things is he got some good scouting information with those Zerglings. It's like, you know what, I can probably make an attack happen here. Wait for this +1, make a bunch of units, and go for it. And it worked for him. So next up is going to be the last challenger, Hasuobs, but since he's last, it'll be best of 3. And that's where it gets confusing, because if either player 2-0s, that counts as a 2-win streak.
Right, but if it goes 1-1-1, then how does that work?
Then that's 3 separate win streaks of 1. It's weird.
Gotcha. It's because if you get 1 win streak, if you get 1 game, you get so many points. If you get 2, it actually scales higher.
Not on 2. It's just you have to get higher for it to start scaling, I think. But anyways, it is going to be Hasuobs against Lowly here in just a second. We're going to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the final set of games here for the International King of the Hill. Thanks for tuning in. This is Roku and Squiggles. I feel like I'm turning into Klazar, trying to have to say stuff so quickly at times.
In order to hit the brakes. It's like, oh, commercial break coming up, gotta speak really quick, and oh.
It's like Tastos is trying to make it in before the graphic hits the screen. Top right of the corner! Top right corner of the map, we have the Protoss! Wow. That kind of stuff.
It's either that or there's like, and he's fighting, his name is... There we go. Like
the best is when it would interrupt them.
Yeah. Yeah. I just can't ever get this. Oh.
I used to do that with Prodigy. He would do the fake Tastosis introduction, and I would do the voice. And I'd vary it up. Like, I'd make him wait there sometimes. And he'd be like, and it is... And he'd wait for like 10 seconds before I did it. And other times, like, he'd have to get it in really quick, and then other times I'd wait for him to start to say something, and I'd just interrupt him on purpose.
That'd be awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Welcome back, guys. In the red, we have, and then you just, or like in the, and you just say it, and he's like, oh, I didn't have any time at all. That's awesome.
We did that with some of our, like, smaller community stuff that we're doing. Like when we were coming lands and stuff. We were just having fun. frequencies cheering for Grease Lightning, apparently. Waiting for Hasselhoffs to take the invite so we can get started. This will be the last series of games, but it is going to be a series of games, not just one. Best of
Series
three.
as in a best of 3 series. He has joined KOTH versus Zerg.
Okay, how do you capitalize Hasselhoffs? Okay. I couldn't remember if it was anything crazy.
Age. Just age.
And O.
Huh? Oh, right.
I had to double check because I wasn't sure.
Yep.
I thought he might have been one of those guys where he capitalizes the B, but I couldn't remember. People are tricky with their capitals, man.
Yeah, they try to throw you off. Okay, now we're on Daybreak.
Yay! I like this map.
We saw some super sneaky warping in from Grubby on this earlier. Of course, it was versus a Terran, but I think that principle is sound either way.
Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Rokuna and Squiggles here for FXOpen Esports. We are continuing on to game number 15. This is the start of the final best of 3 between Hasselhoffs and Lowly. This is of course for the last man standing, but if Lowly can 2-0 Hasselhoffs, he'll take all the monies, because that'll give him the longest streak and the last man standing. We decided that having one game for the last man standing was a little bit meh. It caused a couple issues sometimes. People just played one game, walked away with some free money and the seeding to next week. So we figured people would have to fight for it a little bit more. And it gives those people near the end a couple extra games to try and get that win streak bonus if they're close. So we see that Lowly's going to be the yellow Zerg in the top right. Hasselhoffs is going to be the blue Protoss in the bottom left. Protoss versus Zerg on Daybreak. What do you think, Squiggles?
I was going to say something clever and then I just aborted. So, Forge Fast Expand versus versus Lowly trying to get his expansion whenever he can sneak it through past the probe. I don't know.
Your train of thought derailed, Squiggles?
It did. It hit a snag.
Yeah.
It happens occasionally. This probe is actually doing a good job of staying in a good position so that if any drone decides to try to like sneak past, he'll be able to react and get there before he does. So, seeing how much damage he can possibly do to the hatchery. I'm sure there were bets. They're like, okay, when you go scout, the record is 100. Can you beat 100? And he's actually close.
No, man. In Brood War, you'd put the SCV on the spawning pool, and if they left that there, that would do a lot of damage. SCVs were good fighters in Brood War.
Yeah.
They actually did pretty good DPS. They had a lot of health too. They had like 60 health.
They had 60 health in this.
Yeah,
in
they
the
had
beta,
60 health.
Like, that's ridiculous.
The Starcraft too, but the bit by bit was too strong with 60 health.
Couple Marines, all your SCVs, go! You can't stop it.
It was actually too strong with 60 health because they've got auto repair too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, right. You can actually make a wall that you can't break in the front with them just auto repairing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pretty crazy, but also I'm setting up just a standard Forge Fast expansion. As naturally, Zergling's getting back here, seeing if they wanted to try and sneak around, but this cannon is nicely placed in that it will be protecting the ramp. So he's going to start picking away at this pylon, and he's going to be able to get that for free. Hey, nice job. So he's going to have to actually
send some probes.
Send some probes like to stop that.
Huh, stab it. Get away from that pylon. That is not for you.
Bad dog.
Bad dogs.
Hey, that's what they call them in Korea.
They kind of are like little puppies.
Like the literal translation of the word they use for Zerglings in Korea is just like dog.
Oh, well, okay. I guess that makes sense. Look how much time he's delaying mining though, because of these 2 Zerglings. Oh, he gets the surround, the trap, and the Zerglings finally go. Never mind. He only
3 health. Oh, that probe is a sniper.
Present hall pass. No. And you're dead.
Uh-oh.
A lot more Zerglings coming in, plus a Baneling Nest and Zergling speed almost done. We're
Holy.
going to see a Baneling bust. Baneling bust.
How is that Baneling bust go again? Squiggles?
Baneling bust. Baneling bust. So many Zerglings, and they have speed done, and they're going to run in here, and they're going to go right here in the corner, and then they're going to make some Banelings.